going to go live on Facebook. Sound bars coming up there. Perfect. So get these dimensions right. It's a little bit off. Just a touch. Okay, so welcome along. Today's chair gym with myself, Shane. So as always, I'm in a good strong chair, a bottle of water beside me, and I'm just going to guide you through a couple of movements today. So most important thing I will always say, work through movements and ranges where you are comfortable. So if any of these movements were to cause you pain, we have always would immediately stop, and we don't persist if something is sore or in any way painful. So that is the main kind of thing I would say at the start. As ever, we'll explore some movements. We're going to work a little bit on shoulders today, with a couple of lower body challenges, and a little bit of coordination as well for today's session. So just checking in YouTube. Cavan, great stuff. Thanks very much, Suzanne. Great to have you with us. And I hope everyone in Cavan is keeping okay. So great to have you with us, and very welcome along, and thanks for that. I'm just checking in Facebook. Perfect, Philomena. Great to have you with us. So we have a couple of people on and ready. So I'm just not rushing. I know people are just logging in. So I will bring us into a warm up now, and we'll get started. I'm actually just going to move this table right out of the way so it's not in any way interfering. Okay, so let's get started and let's begin warming up. So I'm going to start off nice and upright in my chair, and I will just begin rolling the shoulders back. Just a really nice way to start, just to get the shoulders slowly rolling back, getting as much movement as I comfortably can here. And then if I change direction and start bringing those shoulders forward in circles next. So forward in circles. So just opening up the body, warming ourselves up, and hopefully by the end of this session, just feeling better, and everything feeling good with our body here. Next, I'm going to bring my arms across my chest and pull back nice and wide. Across the chest, pull back nice and wide, getting a nice squeeze between my shoulder blades here as I open up. So I'm opening out my chest and squeezing between my shoulder blades here. Just a nice big wide open with the arms. And just continue another couple of times. And down. Now, if I bring my hands together, physically bring your two hands together, rotate to the right, rotate to the left. My arms are nice and relaxed, and I just slowly turn between the two positions, over to the right, over to the left. So I'm turning nice and low in each direction. Okay, keeping the hands together, lifting up. The hands are just in front of my head. It's probably out of shot now, and I turn to the right and over to the left again. So rotation over to your right and over to your left. And now from that higher position, maybe feeling your upper body a little bit more through the upper back, shoulders, as we rotate side to side. And another couple of rotations in each direction, just opening up the body, nice stretch through the back. And down. Fold the arms, and I want to start lifting in front just to about shoulder height. Just checking in there as we lift up. Okay. So Francis and Sean, very welcome. Sciatica. So first thing I'd say always, just if you're unsure, for example, if you have sciatica or pain or an issue, always maybe just check from a medical point of view first. So maybe just check with your GP, just explain. Generally, Sciatica is one of those as well. It's very hard to give a specific guidance. If I just bring my hands to my legs, certain things work better for certain people. So if you have been advised in terms of what to do from a medical point of view, that is your first port of call always. If you're kind of given that green light that yes, it's okay, and it's recommended you perform some light movements and exercises, then you might find movements, like a lot of the movements here, may prove beneficial. But as I'd always say, just check from a medical point of view first and foremost, particularly if you're unsure regarding an issue and if you've never been maybe advised in terms of how best you're to manage. But if you're allowed to say, hopefully some of the movements could provide light relief. But it's one of those sciatica, it's very hard to give a specific, there's no quick and easy fix, as it were. It's something that's managed, and as I say, just check if unsure from a medical point of view. Okay, so moving next, just to get the legs active, just extend the legs out, right and left, just swap between the two legs. Just getting the body moving, opened up here, extending each leg out. And from there, if I take it into a march, and again, the main thing is I'm active, I'm moving. Just adjust if you need to a little bit. Extending the legs out again. And bringing it back into a march, just keeping the legs moving. And what we'll go with next is lightly extending the legs out, tapping your heels off the floor. Stretch the legs out, tapping your heels down off the floor. Just lightly pointing those toes up towards the ceiling and tapping my heels out. Just keeping it moving here. And then moving out to the side, stretch across side to side. And then just returning back to center, stretching the legs out one at a time, tapping your heels into the floor. And then again, just moving out to the side, stretching across, tapping the heels out. And then if I just lift my right foot up, okay, I can lightly hold on if I like, and just slowly moving that foot around in a nice big circle. So drawing a circle with the toes of your right foot. And it's really nice movement of the ankle here. So slowly around, nice big circles. And then reverse, changing direction, continuing on in nice big circles here. And return down to the floor. Through the opposite side, my left foot is raised. I can lightly hold on, hands on knees if I like, or knee, and slowly around in circles, drawing nice big circles with the toes of your foot. And again, I'm looking for range of movement as opposed to speed in the movement. So I'm drawing nice big circles, getting as much movement as I comfortably can here. And then if I change direction, continuing with those nice big circles here, drawing nice big circles. Getting as much movement as I comfortably can through that ankle. And back down, perfect. So that is our warm-up completed. We will push straight in to our main block of work. So sometimes movements are a little bit quicker and a bit more fluid. And then sometimes movements like this next one, I want you to slow it right down and really focus for this movement. So this is a really nice movement of the shoulder. I've delivered this a couple of times, but a really nice movement. So what I want to do is open my right arm to the side and the thumb of my hand is up. The thumb up just gives me a little bit of visual feedback, that's all. Right arm out, thumb is up. From this position, I rotate the arm down, rotate back up. And that thumb gives me feedback. So what I'm going to do is rotate in the two different directions. Now I can start to move as far as I comfortably can through that shoulder, rotating back as far as I can, rotating slowly forward. But what I want to avoid is a quick, sharp twist or kind of really fast, sudden action. Slow, slow, slow as I go backwards as far as I can. Slow, slow, slow as I go forwards. The reason I keep this slow, because we're really active on the shoulder here, and I explore how much I can open move my shoulder here by staying in a nice, slow, controlled range. If I go fast, I might hit points of pain because I'm moving too fast. By going slow, I can safely explore how far I want to move. So just keep it as a nice, slow action. Gently rotate down or forward as far as I can, slowly backwards as far as I can. And rest down. Moving over to your left side. Good shot. My left arm is out, thumb is pointed up. Rotate forward as far as I comfortably can. Rotate backwards as far as I comfortably can. My shoulder is the key driver of the movement. So it's what enables me to perform this action. So I go slowly forward, slowly backwards. And as I say, the last thing I want to do is suddenly switch between these positions. I slowly explore how far I want to go in terms of range. I don't want to rush this, just keeping it slow. So I know that's something I keep reiterating here, but I just want to keep this slow and steady as I explore the two ranges of movement. And if it's only a very small range of movement that works for you, stick with that small range of movement. Okay? But really nice controlled action from your shoulders, or shoulder, single in this case. And down, okay? So what I'm going to do is just bring it back in. Next, I want to work through the hips. What I want to do is bring my hands together, straighten the arms out in front. I want to open the right leg and then open the left leg. So my upper body is fixed in position. My arms are straight out and I'm moving through the hips here. Just a nice controlled step to the side in each direction. I'm keeping my hands together, keeping my arms straight, just keeping that upper body in a fixed position. So I'm not turning with the hip here. I'm moving from the hip, opening one leg and then the other. Well, I was saying this movement, we don't force the range too far, just a nice controlled step out to the side. So just explore the movement on the first round and we will repeat these actions a second time, making any changes if we need. So maybe shortening the range. If something is painful, changing the movement. Okay. And back down, okay? So we will reset and go through those two actions again. Working the shoulder, nice and slow, and then working the hips. So, right shoulder first. My arm is out, thumb is up, and I will just gently rotate. So I'm going forward first, and then I'm slowly going backwards as far as I can. So rotation forward as far as I can, backwards as far as I can. Control from my shoulder. Again, just avoid, don't allow yourself to start speeding up and going really fast. I would rather stay in a small range of movement, keeping it slow and steady, than forcing this really fast and pushing through ranges where maybe it's a little bit uncomfortable. Just a nice controlled action, just a couple of times, but nice and slow. Compared to some other movements, I'd keep one like this a little bit lower in terms of the amount I would perform. Just slow and steady, a couple of repetitions. And back down. Switch side. The left arm is out, thumb is up. Gently rotate down. And then just gently rotate up. Okay? So slowly down. And back up. So Now I'm starting to push the range, and then I'm going forward as far as I can, and then backwards as far as I can. Maybe it's just up, down. Maybe we can't push very far, and that's fine. Stick with a range that feels good. Gently rotate forward, rotate back, and all that work, control through my shoulder. And I'll just go once, twice more. One last time, rotation forward and rotation back. Okay. Back to my hips. So again, I'm going to bring my hands together. Straighten the arms out nice and upright. Open your right leg. Open your left leg. Stepping out to the sides as far as comfortable without losing that nice upper body shape here. So move through the hips. Stepping right leg out. Stepping left leg out. I'm going to keep those arms straight and keeping my hands together. But you can, of course, if that's uncomfortable, just relax the arms in. But I'm just really working a little bit harder with this position. A couple of times. Let's keep going. Never forcing the leg too far. And again, in the way we just work the shoulder, now we have a really nice control through the hips on each side. I'm going to go twice more on each side, and then once more, and rest. Okay, so just catch yourself with a little breather there, just checking in. No problem, Marie, you're grand, no problem, a couple of minutes late. And again, if like that, you're a couple of minutes late, don't rush in, just take a couple of minutes to adjust and ease your way in. So, working on our next circuit, we're going to do a little bit of work through the legs, just working the lower limbs here. And this will be a nice challenge for us as well. So I'm combining two movements. We're going to work a leg extension, which is where I straighten my leg out. And we're going to work our hip by lifting the knee up. Okay, so I might just turn my angle to the side. And what I'm going to do is extend my leg 5 times, lift the knee 5 times. Same side, I'm going to extend again 5 times, and then lift the knee 5 times. Okay, so I'll guide us through how this looks. Sit comfortable in your chair. Hold on to the side if you need. Extend the leg out for 1 and back down. Extend out again. 2, back down. 5 times. Extend, pause, back down. Just not to rush. Extend, pause, back down. Once more. Then, staying with your right leg, I want to lift the knee 5 times. Up, back down, up, slowly back down. Twice more. And once more. Staying with your right leg, straight in, extend 5 times again. And once more. Sticking with that right leg, lift the knee 5 times. And down. Moving into my left leg now. Same action. 5 times. Extending the leg out. Working the left side now. So we're on 3, 4. Working that thigh. And 5. Staying with left leg. Lift the knee nice and high. 5 times. Working my hip now. And 5. Staying with left leg, back to extension, directly out in front, pause and back down. Working just through the left side. 2 more. Staying with left leg, lift the knee 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 legs together, straighten out in front. I don't want my feet just kind of above the floor. I want the legs straight out, feet well up off the floor. And I want to lightly pulse those legs up and down. While I work here, you might feel those thighs quite active. And we're just going to lightly pulse those legs up and down. Okay, so you can again hold on to the sides of your chair. Might feel those legs get a little bit tired here, and of course you can rest at any point you need. Just lightly pulse those legs up and down. And then rest back down, okay? Take a couple of seconds, a little breather, and just rock the feet forward and back. So we'll just take a little bit of tension off the legs before we try that again. And just rock your feet forward and back. So that's something where there's a little bit more exertion, a little bit more challenge. And I'll say that sometimes there's a slower action and then something maybe a little bit tougher. Any changes you need to make there, if you don't like the knee lift, if you don't like the extension, you could just focus on one element of that. So just extending or just lifting the knee. And again, I'm doing 5, 5, 5, 5. You can, of course, just change that if you need. But otherwise, let's go again. Starting and leading with my right leg. So again, set the position comfortable. Extend your right leg out 5 times with a little pause at the top. Not to rush this action. Extend and pause. Back down and continue. 3, 4, and 5. Staying with the right leg. Lift the knee 5 times. Sticking with that right leg. Extend again 5 times. So really working that right side here. And again, lift the knee 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Working just through the left leg now. Extend 5 times. Pause as you go. Back down. Just not to rush. 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm staying with my left leg. Lift the knee 5 times. Connecting with that hip as well. Stay with your left leg. Extend 5 times. Pausing at the top. Back down. And twice more. And staying with that left leg. Lift the knee 5 times again. Okay, now providing everything feels comfortable, we're still okay with everything. Extend your legs out again. Just try and avoid having those feet just above the ground. If I can, comfortably straighten the legs out. And I just lightly pulse. So it's not a really quick action, but keeping those legs straight and just lightly pulse those legs up and down. And just maybe feeling a little bit of tension in the thighs here. We'll have good, strong legs working with these kind of movements here. A little bit of challenge for the legs. We'll feel really good after that. Just a little bit of exertion, a little bit of challenge. So if we go for another couple of minutes with this action. Okay, and don't worry, I wouldn't do that to us. Just another couple of seconds here. You don't need to go for that long. And 3, 2, 1. And rest down, okay? Really good work. And maybe a little bit of challenge, maybe a little bit of kind of feeling in the legs there. So we'll move and give our lower limbs a little bit of a break now and move back up. So I'm going to connect with my shoulders next in a couple of different ways. So first thing I want to do is to bring my right hand onto my shoulder. That's my start point. And if that feels a bit tight, don't force your hand. Just go as close as comfortable here. But right hand on shoulder, if that's comfortable. Lead with your elbow, drawing circles. I'm just going to start slow and small. And even on my elbow, I'm saying draw circles. Ultimately, the connection, the movement is our shoulder here. So just drawing circles. And maybe, if it feels comfortable, we can start to go a little bit wider now. But again, just keep the execution slow and steady rather than fast. Just opening out connection, control from your shoulder. Change direction, so back the opposite way. And again, maybe if your shoulder is a little bit tight and stiff, a movement like this can just feel really good, just in terms of opening the position out a little bit. So drawing nice circles, opening out from that shoulder here. And back down. Swap sides. Left hand just lightly rests on my shoulder, and that elbow starts slowly drawing circles. Again, it starts as a small enough range of movement, and then I might just slowly start to explore opening it out a little bit more, providing that feels okay with the shoulder. So slowly opening out, drawing circles, and just connecting with your shoulder here. Again, just avoid rushing. Keep always an action like this nice and slow. And then if I change direction, continuing in that circular motion, drawing circles with your elbow. Another couple of times here. And once more, and down. Okay, so pure movement and connection, power, control from your shoulder. The next action is going to be a nice high row, and where I might feel is the back of my shoulders or a little bit of upper back in general with this movement. So I want my arms out in front and physically imagine grabbing an object in front and pull back. Hands back towards my shoulders here. Relax the arms out, pull back. So I'm rowing nice and high, pulling back. Hands roughly in line with my shoulders here as I pull back. Bring those elbows back, and maybe a little connection with the back of your shoulders. A little squeeze between your shoulders here as we pull back. So just a nice high rowing action. Keeping those hands up roughly at shoulder height. So I don't want to drop low. I want to keep this up roughly shoulder alignment, if that's okay and comfortable to do so. So let's go another couple of times. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest down. Okay, just a little breather in between. We'll return to those actions. Just slowly roll the shoulders back, just giving our body a little bit of a breather here. Just taking a nice light, a nice movement here, rolling the shoulders back. And then just doing the opposite range, rolling the shoulders nice and light forward. Okay, so repeat those actions one more time. And again, anything you need to change there, making it slower, shortening the range, just working through one side. Any little change you need to make, of course, make that change. So again, right hand onto my shoulder, elbow, drawing circles. Again, I'll just slowly open this one out. Control the power from my shoulder here. But just think of that elbow drawing those nice circles here. Okay, so working through that right shoulder. Again, just avoiding going with any kind of speed here, just nice and controlled. And then if I reverse, changing direction, keeping that movement nice and steady, drawing circles with that elbow, opening up, connecting with my shoulder here as I draw those circles. And around once more, and back down. Swap sides, left hand to your shoulder, elbow, slowly drawing circles. So just leading that movement, and your elbows drawing circles, nice control and movement from the shoulder. Just check in. Martina, very welcome along. Hi Martina, how are you? Thanks. And then reverse, change direction. And again, slow, controlled from that shoulder. So a movement like this, you're looking to keep it slow. It's more about kind of unlocking the movement rather than going really fast and really intense. And down. Okay, so I'll always say, like, particularly with a hip, shoulder, movements like that, maybe it feels a little bit kind of tiring, physically tiring as you perform it, but then afterwards, maybe the shoulders feel a little bit more open and feel quite nice and good after a movement like that. So again, my high row, I'm just going to sit nice and upright, my arms out. Again, I like to physically grasp. It just helps me connect with the movement. So I imagine grab, pull, hands coming in towards my shoulders, pull back. My elbows pull back. I get a nice squeeze. Again, I might feel the back of my shoulders here. Might feel a little squeeze between the shoulders as we pull back. One nice, controlled, strong pull back. Relax, stretch out, pull back. Let's go another couple of times here, maybe 5 more. We'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest down. Perfect. Okay. So a lot of good work. What have we done? We've worked shoulders quite a bit today with very slow, controlled actions. We've worked quite a good challenge on the legs, and kind of a lot of thinking and very much controlled focus. So what I'm going to do is finish up with a little bit of coordination, just since it is Friday. As I always say, yes, these movements make us think a bit and they're a little bit tricky, but also just have a little bit of fun with them. They might not always work out technically perfect, but that's part of the fun with movements like this. But it's a nice kind of fun brain teaser of a movement. So I'm going to turn side on to give you the best demonstration. If comfortable, sit a little bit forward in your chair. And what I want you to do is, I'll start this slow and hopefully I get it right. I want to draw my right leg back. So I pull my right leg back and just lightly swing the right arm forward. So I'm just working through the right side of my body, pulling the leg back until I'm on my toes and just lightly pushing that arm forward, letting it swing forward. So just work through the right side. Pull the leg back and just lightly push the arm forward. Start slow and then build up. We might start to go a little bit faster now. Pulling the leg back and just lightly swinging the arm forward at the same time. I have my hand lightly clenched and I pull back until I'm on the toes of my foot. Again, it starts, maybe it looks simple, but not maybe as easy as it looks to perform. And it does actually get physically quite tiring as well. So another couple of times. We'll go 3, 2, 1, and down. I'm going to switch that up, work through the left side, reset. Okay. And I'm just going to lightly clench that hand so I can just lightly flow it forward as I pull the left leg back. So pull the left arm, pull the left leg back and swing the arm forward lightly at the same time. So leg pulls back, arm goes forward. You're working through the left side of your body. Left leg back, left arm forward. If you think it's hard, just try explaining and talking through it at the same time. Not easy, I can assure you. So pull the leg back and just flow the arm forward. We'll go 3, 2, 1, and down. Reset. So I'm going to try that one more time. You have a feel for the movement. Let's try it out this second time. And if you kind of feel you have it, let's push it a little bit more intensity and purpose in this second time. Okay, so just sit comfortable, adjust, change if you need the position, and let's go. Pull the right leg back, flow the arm forward. So just swing the arm forward, lightly pull the leg back. Just working through the right side of my body here. Leg pull back, arm swing forward. Pull back onto your toes and swing the arm forward. So they're pulling away from each other in different directions. You're just working through the right side. Keep it flowing, just working through the right. Go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Swap sides, over to the left. Again, you're going to pull the left leg back, flow the arm forward. Pull back and just swing forward. working through the left side. And this second time, I'm moving with a little bit more intensity and a little bit faster, if that's comfortable. Pulling the left leg back until I'm on my toes and just lightly flowing that arm forward. Let's go another couple of times. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest down. Okay. Now, so hopefully just a nice little challenge. I say it really does not matter having perfect technical execution there. It's just a nice, fun little challenge. Maybe easy for some of us, maybe tricky for some of us. So what we'll do, we'll just move into a couple of stretches, just relax the body down, just leave us nice and relaxed as we finish up on Friday here. So a couple of movements. Bring your feet right back. I want to lift my heels high up off the floor and just hold that position for a couple of seconds here. So heels elevated, just hold the position. Rest back down. Again, reset, heels up, hold the position, a couple of seconds here. Back down, and one more time. Lift the heels up. And back down. Walk the feet forward a little bit. Lift your toes up, point them to the ceiling, and hold that position. A couple of seconds here. Keep the toes pointed up. And relax back down. Lift the toes up, point it up to the ceiling. Relax back down. Once more, lift your toes up, pointing up to the ceiling. And back down. Okay. From there, just relax back into your stance. Open your right leg to the side for a couple of seconds. Back in. Stay with that right leg, and let's go again. Open, a couple of seconds. Back in. Just going to go 3 more times. Just lightly holding that position every time. And once more. Moving over to the left side. Open that left leg. Hold for a couple of seconds. Back in. Open out to the side. Hold for a couple of seconds. Back in. And we'll just go 3 times to finish. And 2. And 1. Okay, perfect. What I will go with next is just straighten the right leg out, hold for a couple of seconds. Switch sides, move over to the left leg, hold for a couple of seconds. Again, back to the right leg, just extend, hold position. Back down, and then once more, move over to the left. Extend, hold, pause for a couple of seconds. And back down. Okay. Next, what I'm going to do is just first of all, bring those hands together. Just lightly turn your body over to the right. And let's stay in this position for a few seconds. And then just lightly move over to the left. And again, hold for a couple of seconds here. Again, moving over to the right. And moving over to the left. Moving over to the right. Moving over to the left. Now keeping the hands together. Raise the hands just in front of my head. Elbows elevated. Gently rotate to the right. Pause for a couple of seconds here. And gently rotate to the left. Rotate over to the right again. And over to the left. One last time. Rotation over to the right. And back over to the left. And back down. Perfect. And from this position, if I just raise the hands up, press the arms out, hold that stretch. Maybe feel my upper back, just stretch out the position. And then pull back, hands in towards shoulders, elbows back. Give me a nice squeeze between shoulder blades. Relax, stretch the arms forward as far as comfortable. Pull back and hold. Press the arms forward, hold the position. Pull back. Just want to take in that movement twice more. Press forward, hold for a couple of seconds. Pull back. And then one more time, stretch the arms forward, hold for a couple of seconds. And then pull back. And down. Okay. From there, if I shrug the shoulders up and then actively pull down. So it's not just that they rest, I actively pull down as if I was trying to bring my shoulders into my pockets here. Lift up, hold for a couple of seconds. Actively pull down, trying to bring your shoulders into your pockets. Lifting up, hold for a couple of seconds. And then gently pull down. And reset. Okay, just with a head movement, really nice and relaxed. I'm just gently looking up as high as is comfortable, and then slowly looking down. Never pushing the range of movement too far. Just stay in a range that's comfortable and keep this action slow. Slowly looking up as high as is comfortable, slowly looking down as far as is comfortable. And then one last time, just gently looking up. Couple of seconds to transition between the two positions, slowly down. And rest. And then doing the same action, looking right and left, slowly as you perform the action. I gently look over to the right, and then I'll gently move over to the left. Should take me a couple of seconds to transition from point A to point B. Slowly looking over to the right, and slowly looking over to the left. One more time, slowly looking over to the right. Slowly looking over to the left. Return to center. Nice big deep breath in through nose. And exhale, nice and slow. And again. And once more. Okay, so we'll leave it there for today. Hopefully that sets you up nicely for the weekend. Have a great bank holiday weekend. We'll be back on Monday. I think I'm leading the session on Monday. I'll just double check that. Our chair gym. And then again, we'll have our stretch, mobility and stretch tomorrow morning as well. So have a great weekend. Hopefully enjoy the workout. And I'll talk to you again soon. Great work, everyone. Well done, everyone on Facebook. Brilliant work. Hey, welcome, Martina. Great work, Mary. Great stuff. And well done, everyone on YouTube. Thanks so much, Marie. Great stuff. Thanks very much, guys. Hopefully, I'll enjoy that and have a nice weekend. Great work, everyone.